Well, it's 2012 and the franchise is back. Pumped. It's been a good year. You know, I did a lot of clinics and working with a lot of people, and so far the feedback I've gotten is awesome. You know, a lot of people are riding it on tour and at the cable parks, and I couldn't be happier. That's like the best feeling ever, seeing other people riding my board and knowing that we did a good job, and it's taken off. The franchise is very consistent. You know, edging in the wake, every time I know I'm going to get really good pop through the wake. You know, it's super light in the air, and then once I'm landing in the flats, or even just on the other side of the wake, it's super smooth.
Most boards have a soft landing spine in the center, and you know, the more I watched Jimmy ride, he never landed dead center anyway. He kind of landed on one edge or the other, continuing his motion away from the wake. And so underneath the board, we have two soft landing spines, one kind of closer to the edge, as opposed to one in the middle. It's a cool feature. The franchise is a continuous rocker board. You know, from tip to tail, it's one smooth arc. But with the continuous rocker that we chose, I mean, it's a pretty big continuous rocker, we kept the edge pretty sharp to maintain the board speed. And that's one thing that, you know, if you go too big on any rocker, you're going to find that the board slows down, but not on the franchise.
Edging in the wake, it's a real smooth, consistent edge. And then when you get to the wake with the cupped rails, it really digs through and explodes through the wake.
The franchise incorporates a variable edge profile. Toward the tip and the tail, the edge is a little bit sharper than in the middle of your feet, and that's just so that the board will sit down in the water as you approach the wake and allow you to get that deep edge that we talked about and get that maximum pop.
It's good for the cable. Without fins, you can ride it, and because it's still got the cupped rails, and you still get a good feel for air tricks and hitting kickers.
As you move toward the tip and the tail on the board, the channels, they taper in toward the tip. Most boards, you know, the channels run straight out the tail. You know, it's just a standard practice in the wakeboard industry. We wanted to do some new stuff with this board as well. And so the channels actually taper in like this, and as you approach the wake, the angle of that channel and the fin that sits atop that channel actually pulls the edge of the board deeper in the water. No matter how hard you're cutting at the wake, the action of that channel and that fin pulls the board deeper, gives the board more pop off the wake.
Pretty cool. You can really put anyone on it. From a beginner who's getting up for their first time to someone who's riding the Pro Tour. Doesn't really matter. It's a real consistent board, and it's forgiving.
Jimmy's board comes in two different sizes, a 138 and a 142. It's a very thin board, so swing weight, no matter what size board you're on, super small. The board spins really fast.
So this year we changed the graphics up. We kind of went with a punk rock theme. I'm loving it. Think you will too. Get out to your nearest dealer and check it out.